Some people may be already familiar with a place called Archery Shack that makes bowstrings. They've been making cables and strings for these bows. Okay, this is their latest and greatest what they've made here, but now these are not for sale to the public yet. They sent me these. I got them in the mail today to install. Okay, these cables right here, and I tested some for them back in the summer, and people can watch the videos. From what I understand, these cables here are even stronger as far as the material that's in them. There's more material in them, but they changed. It's top serving here. It's thinner. That knot right there looks good. See how small that is? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot a little video of putting these on the bow, but I can already tell by looking there won't be no trouble going on this bow here. Look here. See there? See, I'm already behind the cog. Okay, but I'm going to put them on there. We're going to see how they fit. I'm going to leave my old string on, and we'll check the ATA and stuff. I need to see the length of them, and I'll probably time it even with this old string on it. Now, this string on this bow right here has got over 100 hours of cock time and about 50 shots on it. Okay, so stand by. I'm waxing this end loop real good, and this is what you need to do to any cable you put on one of these bows. Okay, new. I don't care if it even looks like it's got wax on it. Go ahead and wax it. Now, I cut me off some old serving thread that I had to use to pull this thing through. Well, that went through there just like nothing hard about that, boys and girls. Okay, see that? I'm not even catching. Let me get back in the groove. Yeah, she's in there. Get that camera there. Maybe you can see that. So I'm on the little pulley now. I'm not going to hook this end up just yet. Okay, and I'm going to come out here and hook this on out here and see what kind of clearance we got on what I call the center mainframe, that little pulley. Okay, no sweat whatsoever. Okay, and I can even take it off. Look at how easy that is. Now, these bows, I've got an R9. I believe this bow's got a little more clearance than an R9, but I got enough experience with both these bows. This loop right here won't have any trouble going on an R9, okay, or an R20. And this is an R29. Okay, I'll show another cable here in a minute. The cable here, the end loop waxed up real good, and I've got it on this serving thread that I'm using to pull it through. And keep the eye open on it. Okay, you want to keep the eye open. You don't want to get your strands crossed. Okay, now I'm back in the groove here right now. All right, I'm already in there. That's so easy. Okay, a lot easier than an OEM string. Okay, for sure. Okay, and again, I'll go ahead up here. Okay, it's on that end up there. Okay, so no sweating there. Now, what I usually do when I press one of these bows, notice I hadn't hooked this up. I'll have to press the bow a little harder to hook these up. Okay, so I can do all these, and then when I get done, I press it on up and then put these end loops over. Okay, the actual serve portion. So stand by, I'll show a little more here. Got the boat turned over, I'm on the top. Maybe you can see this in the camera. Okay, I'm not pulling hard at all. I got to keep the cog straight. Look, see how easy that is? Hardly any drag coming through there, okay, in that tightest spot in there with that serving, the way they've done that. Really like that. Top of this right hand cam with the bow turned up on its top here now, okay? See there? I'm all the way, coming all the way through there, all the way to the serving and coming through with that cable. That's the tightest spot on that cam, so no problem there. Now, we'll say this. Now, remember, this is just I'm evaluating these cables, okay? Say right now, Archery Shack sends them to you. They're tied right here to keep the eyes open on those unserved loops. Be very careful when you're using these, and don't get your strands crossed, okay? And using something like this serving right here will help you. even part of a paper clip maybe. But these are real easy to put through there. The easiest ones I've done, okay? OEMs and some of the ones that Archery Shack's made, these go through the easiest of all the ones I've tried. Okay. The next trick is I've done pressed the bow, so now I'm going to put the served ends over these loops. Okay, there's one. There's two. Three. Four. Now I didn't put any twist in these cables, okay, and I left the end loops ever how they were sent to me. Down here I didn't touch nothing, okay? I just put them on straight. Now I'm going to put a new string on this bow here. I may not show it in this video, it may be in another one. I don't want to get this video too long, and we got to get our string back on. Now remember, now this is a used string. You really don't want to use a used string with new cables. All I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can make a good objective look-see here to see lengthwise how these things are going to do, okay? So I'm all set up here. I'm going to turn this camera off and unpress this bow and take some measurements and look at it. Okay, got the cables on there, still got my old string on there. After I unpressed the bow, I measured the ATA straight on 10.5 inches. Now remember, these cables have not been shot. Now, comparing this side over here, bottom cable needs a half a twist. Bottom one over there, okay? Be the top cable on the actual bow on the right side. These over here, to me, look good, okay? So there's no problems there. A half a twist is not a big deal. Okay? I'm going to talk a little more about these cables now. I'll let you look at this here, okay? That's on the 1 inch mark. ATA right now is coming in at 10.5. I'm slightly behind the center of the dots, okay? But now remember, this string right here is a used string and these cables are new. But I would want to run these cables in a little bit with this old string before I put my new string on and knock the string, okay? Now, here's what I notice right here. Critical point. Got good serving coming up on this little wheel here. Same over here. Same back here. Same back here. Okay, so they got that good. Now, when you put these cables on a bow, recommend you put a little drop right in here. See where my finger is? A little drop right in here. Same back here. Right in there, a little drop of glue like you glue a vein on a bow. I'm going to use goat tough, okay? That's what I'm going to use, just in case, you know, it tries to unravel. So far so good with these cables. I really like them. They're real easy to install. Now, I'm not going to brag or nothing. And you all seen me shooting this video, turning this camera on and off. If I get this bow in this configuration right here, I can put a set of strings and cables from Archery Shack on this bow and have it ready to fire with my old string to run these cables in about 15 or 20 minutes, okay? They're that easy to put on. Probably take longer to wax the end loops than it will to put them on, be honest with you. Remember now, this is just an evaluation video. I'm not saying these cables have passed go yet, okay? So far I like what I see. I'm going to be shooting them some here. If this weather will hold off, I may shoot some here in just a few minutes. Hope you enjoyed. Times I'm going to check the ATO. This bow is shooting really good now. I'm not adjusting the sights on it, but I've done shot it 3 times. It hit there, and hit there from 40 yards. That's just resting on the hood of my truck. No rest or nothing. But we're going to shoot it a few more times and we're going to check the ATA on it and see what happens to it. There. She's grouping that old bolt, okay? All them holes that I've shot, it's been right in here. We're going to get ready to take a measurement on it now. About 12 times, okay? The ATA was 10.5 when I started. It's not even running a 16th over now, okay? It's about a 32nd over. Now remember, I had no cock time on these cables. So my recommendation is cock them for 10 minutes. Shoot the bow about 12 times with your old string on it. Put your new string on it. Now you set your cables up with your old string. Your ATA will either grow on you and you can adjust, or you can set it up with about a 16th under 10.5, or set it up at 10.5 if you want to run an 1/8 or a 16th over 10.5. Okay. So far I like them. Don't see nothing wrong with these right here. I'm gonna put a new string on there. I don't know if I'll do it today or not. This bow, I could go hunting with it right now. Just resting it on my hand on the hood of that truck. Okay. See that nice little group there? There's some wind out here. I don't claim to be the best shot with no crossbow, but I like this one. I can tell you that right now. This is like taking candy from a baby deer hunting. I'll put this new string on here in a few minutes. I may have to bust this video up into 2 parts, so we'll see how long it is. Got about 20 shots through it. I'm looking these cables over real good. Now I didn't put the super glue up here yet, vein glue up on these yet. I'm fixing to do it. I don't see anything bad wrong with them. Looking back in here, you know, in these tight spots to see if there's anything wrong with them. I don't see anything wrong with them. These cables, by the way, seem to be more bendy since they put a thinner servant on them, okay, versus that thicker servant. Yet you've got the strength material inside that's even more than what we had before. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'll keep reporting on these things. I believe Archery Shack's got a winner here though. And just for gee whiz, before I cut this camera off for last time, I'm not quite a 16th over on ATA, so that's good. Now remember, now there's a shock wave going in these cables when this bow goes off, but I did not cock this bow when I put these cables on. I just went straight to shooting it. That could have saved a little time, maybe, and a little, you know, shooting your bow, cock it about 5-10 minutes, and shoot it about a dozen times. Make your final adjustments on your cables. Recheck your cam lean, okay, and then put your new string on there and use that big bird tool in there, and you got yourself a deadly weapon. Hope you enjoyed.